G'day, hi, how are you? Let me just put this in here. I'm still getting through these veneers. There we go. There you go. Hi, I'm Steve Hay. This is Woodworking Masterclass. Welcome along to the live stream. I'll just put a few more of these in packets on the way. Hey, do you like the haircut? This is what happens when you get to my age and you need glasses and you haven't got them on. When you're getting what you think's a number 4 clipper, you put it on the clippers and you go, whoop! I had a big skunk stripe right down the middle. And I thought, well, that looks a bit ridiculous, so I might as well do the whole scone. So I did. That's how come I looked as if I've been in a... Oh, I've run out of these things. Well, there you go. If that's the case, we might give these a... What else have we got here? We might give these a miss. And get on with what we were going to do. G'day, Les. How are you, mate? Good to have you on board. G'day, Brian. Hi, how are you? Oh, dear. Oh, so I wanted to do more today, but I ended up having a day with the grandkids, which was good. Well, I thought it was good. They didn't, because they couldn't play with their technologies. But I don't care. We went out and just walked around the shops. So Susie said, you got to have a break. You're working too hard. And when a wife says you got to have a break, take that opportunity and have a break. And I haven't got my right glasses on. I've got my close glasses on. So I'm going to have to lean over extra close to the screen. So if it looks as if I'm falling over my bench, it's okay. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, what I want to do, I've done some of it. Then I realised I was going to stream it. So I thought I'll save the rest and you can watch it now. Got to cut the rebates on this box that we made yesterday to put the solid edging in. What I'm using is ebony. Now, ebony is a funny timber. I have a picture frame as guillotine over here, and ebony is so tough I can't get a nice clean cut. So what we'll do, we'll do one cut, then we'll freshen it up. On the donkeys here, shooting board I made a couple of weeks ago, but right now we'll go over to the saw and I'll cut these last couple of cuts. Now, something to take note of here, when I'm doing the sides and the top, they are a good depth and thickness, but when it comes to doing the bottom, I'm only going to do a shallower one, and you'll see why in a minute. So let's go over to the saw and cut these little puppies up, and I've just got to make sure I'm recording. I'm not. So, oh dear, I do have a checklist. I keep telling myself I've got to use it, but I don't. So here we go. I'll just turn all these other cameras on that you can't see, but they will all work, and that's where I get my YouTube videos from. There we go. I hope that's working. I'm guessing it is. I'm not getting any... Oh, what are we doing here? Wait a minute. I'm on a different camera. See you can see me. Just have to take my word for it. And I haven't used this camera for so long. Is that the one I want? There we go. No, that's the one I want. Oh, okay. Well, I'll find out when I actually download all the stuff to see if it works or not. So, all right. Just to recap, we're going to cut the rest of the rebates in the top here, which, let me get that camera right, there you go. These here, so these solid edges can then get glued in, and then we can plane them off. Over to the saw. I've already preset this, but I shall show you what I've done in a tick. And the idea I like about this is when those bits come flying off, if they don't drop down, they can hit pretty hard. So you've got to be aware of that. All right, I think that's got us. That will do. That will do. I'll just go over and switch this camera off here because I won't be using that again. Saved a bit of battery. Which one did we press? That one? There you go. I'll give that a Burl later on. See how it goes. So yeah, the reason for making this side, let's get a close up here, for making this side not as deep as the top is because we've got a floating whatchamacallit in there. Panel. Got a floating panel, so you don't want, if you go too deep, in fact, that's what I actually did. That's how come you haven't got veneer on the inside. I went too deep and the first cut I went, oh crikey, that's cutting into the panel. So I'll just dress that up. Worthwhile thinking about though, I'll lay a bit of veneer over that later on so you won't see it. And that's why I have a narrower rebate on the edges. So let's see if we can get these fitted, which will be good. Where's the 45? Have I got a decent 45? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I saw one the other day, a little 45. But I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to be cleaning it up on the shooting board anyway, so there you go. Bro, good haircut, mate. You look just... Good morning, Stephen. Well, you must have missed the introduction, Brian, because I said this was meant to be a number 4. I didn't have my glasses on, and I grabbed the clippers and I grabbed the comb. I thought, yeah, that's a number 4, and I went down the middle, and I got this great big skunk strip, the opposite to a mohawk, and I thought, oh, I better keep going. So when I finished, I went and put my glasses on, and no, it was a number 1 or a number 2, I think. Anyway, doesn't matter. That is a lot quicker washing your hair too. I'll just mark this out. So you make sure this is right on the edge of your mitre there, and then draw a line up. Yeah, I go a little bit fatter than I need because then I can come back on it. And we'll see how we go. So if you can see that pencil mark, that's a little bit bigger than what I actually want. Now I could do this over on the bandsaw, or I'll just do it here. And it doesn't matter if it's not exact. As I said, we'll clean it up on the donkey's ear. And same with this one here. Get that up to the corner. Mark it. So how's everyone's day been anyway? I did the same. We must be, mate. Give me back my glasses. Hey, but isn't it good? Isn't it good, Brian, that you can be like that and not care? You know, and just, oh, look, oh, going bald. Don't care. More important things to do than worry about my hair. Woodwork's one of them. I think I've had an epiphany too. I've changed my mind on what I was going to do as far as box making courses. So I can share that with you in a tick. I've just got to concentrate for a couple of seconds here. Hey, DH Craft! Yes, I haven't got the book with me. Which car is it in? Which car is it in? I shall go, I'll just do this, and then I shall go and get the book that I saw those veneer pins in and can show you. And yeah, they use them the way I thought they'd use them, but I don't use them that way because I do veneering or marquetry slightly differently. I think we might do all 4 of these and we can shoot them and fit them at once. Okay. We might go right about there. I'll flick this around so you can actually see me using the... It's a great bit of kit. This, oh, whoops. There it is. Not for the faint-hearted, these things. I'm just moving the other camera around. There you go. As I have said before, these are really, really good. They are very, very sharp. Whoops, goes me. That'll learn me. Put stuff up there. You can see me through that. Let me move you around to the grandstand seats. Here you go. Oh, that's clever. That's right. That's right in front of the other camera. So then it can't see. Wait a minute. We do that and then, okay, we'll do this. There you go. Then you can see much more better. I'm going to line that up with that, that with that. There you go. There it takes a nice even slice out of both sides. And it's got a little index that I move with my knee. And once I had my thumb there and pushed down, made a mess of my thumb, believe me. All right, let me just turn these around. Bring that one down there. Spin this one over here so that one can see. And bring you back so you can see. There we go. And do that there and that there. So as you can see, they do a good job, but on ebony, it's not the best job you can get. So let's get the shooting board up that we made a couple of streams ago and actually use it. I need a bench dog. Where's the bench dog? There's a bench dog. And a dog on the H&T Gordon vise. Oh, actually, I can bring that other camera around there because we finished on the saw, I think. Yeah. Now let's bring this around. Move this one around. Here. Got to be a short string today because promised the girl that I would not be late. No, can't have that there. I'll bring that around here. And you can see me actually. There you go. There we go, it's still working, that's good. Where's my plane? Okay. Well, see now, yeah, now you're looking at the back. Hang on, let me, oh, you can look at the front when I look down here. Hi, Steve, Sleepy Debbie here. Hi, Sleepy Debbie. Yeah, did you get that bit about the veneer pins? I saw what I think you mean in a book, and I'll go and get it for you if you're still awake. Steve Payne, g'day from foggy Gloucester, UK. Well, it would be foggy too. When you're cutting the grooves, do you... No. Oh, hang on. Do I or don't I? Yes. Yes, because if I'm going to get any tear out, that's a good point, Brian. Good for bringing it up. When you cut these grooves, do these bits first. Because if you're going to get any tear out, it's going to be along here, which will break, which will then break the top out. But then when you cut these, that cleans it up. So you can see I've got nice sharp edges there. So always do these ones first. And I generally do the bottom ones last. I don't know. Just the way it is. Sorry I missed your last live, but it hit here at midnight. All right. No apologies necessary. How do you, oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. This end vise here, which, there you go. Turn the camera on, sausage. Here you go. That's the end vise. As you can tell, it's been there for a fair while. And then I keep the little dogs under here. I've just got holes in the bench. And I've either got brass ones, aluminium ones, or wooden ones. But no, love them. And I think Terry's doing very well with them at the moment. They're that and his new bench vise are doing very well. Okay. Give me a knife. Oh. So anyway, for those of you that are local, I had plans on running ongoing box making courses, but I've talked to my Chief Executive Officer, and this morning we thought, nah, I'd much prefer to, let me go here, I'd much prefer to run specialty courses instead of continuous box making courses. So that is what we're going to be doing. That's okay there. So yeah, specialty courses. Marquetry, parquetry, French polishing, furniture restoration, and we'll do a box making course as well. But instead of being, you know, every week, I might only run them once a month or whatever. And then people can pick the subjects, and if there is enough call for ongoing stuff, well, we'll do ongoing courses as well. Okay. I'm lost here. What am I doing? Bear with me. Okay. All right, well, that one, no, it's just got to have a slice off it, I think. And then that should be nice. Now let's go there. There you go. That might be enough for that. It's not a good shot, is it? Because you keep seeing me back. There you go. That one's good there. That one's still got to have a little bit off, I think. I'll just take a bit off this one. There we go. Tell you, this stuff is so hard. Let's go all three. There you go. And you can. Okay. Couple of this one. Doesn't take much to clean them up. That one's good there. This one's a bit of a touch up. I mean, you can get really carried away and do triple corners and all that sort of stuff, but nah, it's not worth the effort as far as I'm concerned. Although I'm sure some people would disagree with me. Did I tell you what I was going to do? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, so instead of doing box making, I figure I can do a marquetry, a parquetry, a French polishing, furniture restoration, and moved it around a lot, which I think, well, from my point of view, it's more interesting. Okay. Now I could cut that, or I could just do it with a plane. Won't take that long to do it with a plane. Whoops. What is going on here? There we go. And I always do, it doesn't appear to be there, I always try and do the longest ones first. Then, if you make a mistake, you can use the one you just made a mistake on for a shorter one. Whereas if you do the shorter ones first and make a mistake, then you've got to keep it for another job. Ooh, tell you what, I think if that's any closer it'd be wrong. It is tough stuff, this. That one looks all right, that one looks all right. That one looks all right. So now we'll do another long one. And mark the sides, because even though you think it's square, it might not be square. I've done that too often, assuming. Shouldn't assume, should you? Assume, oh no, that's all good. And you can just be a smidgen out, just a hair's breadth out, and it throws everything out to bilio. Now, that's going there, that's going there. And when you mark it, check to make sure you've marked it the right way. I would like $1 for every time I've marked, especially one of these miters, and gone, oh yeah, no, that's good enough. And then when I put it up, I've got them both going the same way. I'm just going to knock that off in the bandsaw, hang on. It's going to be quicker. Keep putting that in the way where I'm going to belt it, I don't know. That's pretty darn close, I think. Does that to there, that goes to there. I much prefer using easy wood. Give it 3, no, I'll give it 2 and then I'll look at it again. Whoa. I did 3. Let's hope that wasn't too many. Oh, maybe one. Maybe one. This could be the one that ends it all. No, I want to go 2, but I'm not game. I'm getting too close to the finish line. And I'll tell you what, if I'd taken that second one, it would have been too much. Are you still there, DH? Oh, g'day, Ed. How are you? Good middle of the night here. I don't know. I must be good for nocturnals. Hang on, I'm just going up. Are you still there, DH? Still there, Deb? Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just going up to the house. I'll grab this book and I'll show you what I was talking about. So play I Spy or something for a couple of minutes, and I'll be back if I don't trip over and break my neck on the way out. Oh, it's nearly dark out here. Oh. I'll just feed Bob too. Enjoy getting fed if I don't feed him. There we go. I'm back. All right. Where are we? This is, there you go. Where are you? Let's go there. So he's got nails in there to hold things in place. And there might be there's nails in there. And what I was talking about was where he's making packets up. Whoops, there you go. Oh, that'll be right. Freeze on me. Yeah, good on you. Oh, I trod on the cable and that froze. Wait a minute, I'll just unfroze it. There we go. There you go. Okay. And there he is. It's hard to do, you know. He's putting little tacks in there where he's making the packet. When I do that, I use a staple or just masking tape. And then, as I said previously, there he's using nails just to hold the veneer in place. I do it a totally different way. By the way, that book is called A Class in Marquetry. It's a Spanish book, but there are a few versions around that are translated into English. It's from Baron Books. I would say it's definitely not a beginner's book, but if you know a little bit about marquetry and you want to get into some really fine detail, it's a pretty good reference book. So there you go. I've made Steve go shopping. Yeah, well, did that answer your question, Deb? I hope so. Or Deborah. I'm sorry, we're Australian, we abbreviate everything. Like, I'm sorry I didn't understand that. We abbreviate that to the. Oh, let me catch up. Dear, oh dear. Stephen, yeah, I like my advice. It's middle of the night. I've spoken with Steve. Do you have the PMV 11 blade in your shooting? Lord, I don't know. I'm not going to take it out to have a look. I'm not sure. I would say it would be. I know I've got A2 in my Veritas plane, but it could well be P11 because it keeps its edge fairly well. Are you planning to pay per lesson video classes for people who can't get this, still want to learn? Yeah, I want to. At the moment, I've got so many things up and running, but that is definitely still a contender. And what I can do, or what I'd like to do, would be, I should have got my other glasses while I was out there. Oh, I haven't got any hair. For those of you that missed it, I went to give myself a haircut and I thought I was using a number 4 comb. I didn't have my glasses on, and it wasn't. It was a number 1 comb, so there you go. But they tell me it's only 2 weeks between a good haircut and a bad haircut, maybe a month for this one. Who knows? Yeah, so I'd like to video the courses that I do, and then they might end up as video courses as well. So there we go. It's all happening. So what did I get up to? Before I was interrupted. No, don't mind, truly, Debbie. What are you got Debbie or Deborah down there? I do like to call Debbie. Oh no, Debbie. All right, that's it. I don't like to call people by their right names. So I hate it when people call me the wrong name. Okay, so now I've done those. Let's mark this one so I know. And by the way, I'm putting pencil on here with these marks. When it comes to taking that pencil off, do not try and sand it off. Use an eraser, pencil rubber, or else you can be in all sorts of problems, especially using veneer. Okay, now let's just shoot this one square, shall we? Am I going to smack into that? I hope not. Okay. Pull that one down. Push him up into here. Like that. I'm not going up the shed again. I'll show it to you next time. There is a really good one I've called, and actually it was with that book, so I could have brought it down. Hang on. Let me just have a search, and I'll see if I can find it. I'm just having a look here, so I have no idea what camera you're looking at. Ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum. That's the one. Okay, I don't know, I'm not smart enough to get this up for you, but it's called, no, that's not it. You can get it cheaper than that. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. It's called The Marquetry Course. Oh, actually, I should be able to, wait a minute, I'll see if I can be clever. You're on all cams, so if I go on the close-up cam, which is this one, you might be able to see it. Okay, that's it there. So it's a Marquetry course by Jack Medcalf and John Apps. I don't know who the publisher is, but that's it. You can get it on eBay, you can get it on, I think that the cheapest one around would be Book Depository. See if I can get rid of this so I can get that up. Yeah, the cheapest one I think is on Book Depository. It's about Australian $29, $30 or something. It's an excellent one. It's not the be all and end all, but it's not a bad course at all. Now let me just cut that one up. Put that back on there for a tick. Okay, just going over the bandsaw, be back in a tick. There we go. Let's go back to 3 cams. The big thing, I think, with that book I just told you about, they focus fairly heavily on what they call the window method, which it's not a bad method, but it uses a lot of veneer, whereas I just personally just prefer to cut the thing out. Okay. Whoops. Couple more hits. And you've got double bevel. Why isn't that going down? Double bevel technique of cutting, which you can use with a fret saw, or you can use it with a scroll saw. And if I'm doing a job, I actually use reverse technique, which it plays with your head something fierce because you're doing everything backwards, but you get a much better finish on your job. The double bevel technique of Marquetry gives you zero gap, so there's no light coming through whatsoever. Normal straight cutting technique will give you a bit of a hole, the same as the mirror technique or the window technique, but the reverse one doesn't, but it really does, because you've got a design you're looking at and you're actually cutting in reverse. So for example, you might have a bird scene, and the bird, my favourite one is a hummingbird with its beak and a trumpet flower, and I know how it looks and it's balanced, but when I'm actually cutting the marquetry out, I'm doing it in reverse, so the beak is pointing that way and it's out of balance. Yeah, but anyway, it's the way it goes. So it gives you a much better finish in the end, I believe anyway. But you really got to have your wits about you and be thinking the whole time. I think we'll put that up, we'll glue this, and then fit that last bit in once it's all glued up. Bit of paper so I don't make a mess everywhere with the glue. Now I'm going to use hide glue on this, and the reason for that is this is an area that is prone to creep. You're going to have a glue line along here, and if you're using PVA, over time that glue is going to creep up and you're going to get a glue line. And yeah, you can rub it back and you can re-polish it and varnish it or whatever you do to it, and that line's going to come back. But with hide glue, no. Once it's done, it's done. I'll show you something else I do too. When I cut those grooves to take the solid edging, I always undercut the saw into the box. I'll show you what I mean in a tick. Okay, so if you can see here, there's a saw cut that actually goes deep into this edge in that way. And what that does is, if I put a lot of glue on, when I clamp it down, that excess glue then can go into those grooves, and it gives me a nice tight line along the top. Yeah, what's this one here? Can't talk and do this at the same time, can I? I've got to concentrate. Take this down for a tick. We'll be using it again in a minute. I just want to have access to stuff. Surprising how much tension you can get just using masking tape. You'll know after a few trials how much pressure you can put on it before it snaps. Whoop, like that. But it's cheap, it doesn't matter, it's cheap. Whoops. It's the other thing, when masking tape starts to get old and you you pull it off the roll, sometimes it does exactly what that did, and it doesn't go straight, so you've got to coax it back. The trick I've found is don't pull it off quickly. If you pull it off slowly, then it doesn't tend to break on you. But sometimes when you get caught up in the thrill of the moment, you do it a little bit too quick, and it happens. It's like everything with woodwork. You just take it easy. Don't stress over it. Don't rush it. And even though it's about the job you're doing, I think it's about the doing. That's crap, that is, isn't it? It's, to me anyway, it's more about the doing than the job. As the music stand will hold testament to. Okay. Get this one here. The other thing I like about, you can see I'm larraping on that fairly generously. That's my way of saying I'm being messy. It doesn't matter because once it's dried, it'll just sand off so nicely. Whereas PVA, totally different story. It's just an absolute dog to get off. I will join you in the chat room very soon, but I just have to concentrate a bit while I'm doing this. So I don't mean to be ignoring anyone. I was watching something this morning on songs, I think it was, and it was a guy that, I don't know if I'm dating myself or what, but it's a song called Me and Mrs. Jones, and basically I didn't realise it, but perhaps I'm thick. Well, I'll admit I'm thick. It was about a guy that's having an affair with another lady called Mrs. Jones. And the guy who wrote it, you know, I don't even know who wrote it or who sang it, but there's one thing I do remember he said. And he said, if you want to be good and get to the top of your field, he said, you've got to be nice to your people, nice to your audience or your customers or whatever. And he said, it's nice to be important, but it's not important to be important, but it's important to be nice. And that sat well with my cup of coffee this morning. All right, here we go in here. Okay, we just got a little bit to knock off there, and we'll keep going back in until we get that spot on. Sometimes my rolls of tape become boomerangs out the shed. What, do they come back? Mine don't. Mine go in the bin. Oh, dear. Oh. Okay, let's go. See if we can get this done without any fatalities. I don't know what was going on before. It wasn't cutting, but a little bit more. It's another thing I like about, and I'm not saying this is going to work or it's going to be perfect, but doing it this way, I can creep up on it. Whereas if I'm using the guillotine or I'm using the saw, you know, you take a mill off, that's it, it's all over. Whereas here I can creep up, and if I'm a little bit short, I'm only a little bit short. Okay, only got a little bit to go now. I'll tell you what, I reckon one. We'll go one. Okay, we'll go two. Looky that. Look at that. See how nice and tight that is? It's because we've crept up on it. Now, I don't need this one anymore. I might need the shooting plane, so we'll leave that there. The donkey's ear. Isn't that a great bit of kit though? The donkey's ear shooting board. Okay, we'll put this last one in. This glue's just starting to go off the heat, but we should be okay. I've got to work out what all these different mechanisms do. Okay. Put that in there, give it a bit of a wiggle. I'll just put this back on the cooker. So you can come around this side now if you want. Oh, I've got to fix that. That's annoying. It's only this one camera that does that. Keeps freezing. Wait a minute. We'll just unfreeze it. There you go. So it's in there. Actually, getting back to Debbie, sorry. Yeah, my idea is I was going to run classes, that's right. And then I thought, no, what I might do is just for people that join up as members of the Woodworking Masterclass channel, I'll run classes on there. And that's going to work out a lot cheaper for the participants. But also it's a lot less work for me because I don't have to worry about getting all the platforms set up and doing everything. So in answer to your question, yes, it's still on the cards. But also being a one-man show, it takes some time to get around and get these things organised. I'm trying to find some, here we go. Now, what do I want with this? I want to cut some of this up so we can put it underneath for these down bits. And I might even go over to the saw. I said I wasn't going to use the saw again, but I think I actually might. So let me just measure this down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm umming and ahhing whether or not to bring my docking saw back down. I'm sort of thinking perhaps I should. There we go. I'm just hoping that this isn't going to be too thin. Oh, good there. Pretty good there. Well, what's going on here? Oh, that's interesting. Just got to do a couple of little slight adjustments here. Oh, that was, okay. That was because I put those extra bits in after I'd cut these. So I've just got to clean those out. It shouldn't take too long. And the last one. There's always challenges with woodwork, especially when you're doing it live. But it's all good. Okay, now let's just make sure that, yep. All I want is I want to make sure that I've got a bit of a lip over here that I can then sand back, which is fine. Okay, so that's good there, that's good there. And if I didn't have, it wouldn't matter. All I do is just grab another bit of ebony and do it again. Okay, I'll just go over to the saw. I'll take this one over so you can see. It'll most likely disconfabulate again. That's all right, we'll just crank it up again. Yes, Bob. What is it, Bob? He's been fed. His main thing, providing he gets fed and his tummy scratched in the morning, he's pretty right for the rest of the day. Okay, let's go there. We'll just dock this up. And then we can glue that one in. Okay, where did I put it? Truly, ask me if I'm having a good day. Where did I put the blinking thing? I only walked over here. Oh, there it is. It's on the bandsaw, that's all right. Okay. So this is one reason I'd like to have my docking saw here. Okay. Wait until that stops. Chunk. I'll double check this depth here because I want it to be over just a little bit. Not hugely, but just a little bit. That will do. Okay, now let's go over to the saw. I reckon about there. We'll see. We'll have it down there a bit. I prefer to go a little bit longer than I need. You can always cut it off later on. Okay. I'll just check that one. You'll notice my fingers were under the guard, nowhere near the blade. Yeah, no, that's good enough. That's good. Yep. So another 3 of those. And I'll actually drop the blade down a bit. I keep on forgetting to take you over there, don't I? There we go. And that's why you never stand directly behind the blade for when bits like that fly off. I think. Oh, well, there we go. I might go back over there for something else in a bit. So we'll see. Let's see if we go this way. There you go. Look at that. Oh, let me have a chat first. I feel like I've ignored you all. Ray, g'day. I think he's into me already. Thanks, Mr. Herring. I didn't catch all that, but anyway. Yes, cheers. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, we're back that far. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining up. Hard energy out to you. I appreciate that. Love watching putting solid edges on a box. Good. What's the best way of storing high glue when you're not using it daily? Look, it depends where you are, I suppose. I just leave mine in the pot. And look, this one here, ooh, it's most likely glued in, so you won't be able to see it. But there you go. That just sits there, doesn't do anything spectacular. And I just use it. Some people put it in the fridge. I find that's a nuisance. It will go off eventually. And I mean, the tip is, if you look at it and it's got mould on it, it's gone off. So you can heat it in a bucket, heat it up and clean the pot out. But believe me, it stinks because it's rotting flesh. So the best way is just dump it in a bucket of cold water, leave it for 24 hours, it'll dissolve, clean it out, rinse it, and away you go again. I've just looked at the clock. Oh, better keep going. Oh dear. Sometimes my rolls are tough. Yeah, I've got that one. Bob brings them back. Oh, I wish I could get Bob to do that. Yamaha Biker just jumped in. Are you using high glue? Yes, I am. Think Bob was chewing. Oh, yeah, I think he might have been too. It's a mutt. G'day, Ray. Yeah, I'm in shock. I think it was the first time I've seen you using machines. Yeah, I know. I just want to do that to show off that I'm licensed. Dear, oh, now, lads, be nice. I'm not even going there. Oh dear. I cut it 3 times and it's still too short. Yeah, look, I have that problem. I think that the box expands when you're not watching. That's my theory anyway. All right, let's put these bits on. Give you, but no, you don't want that one. Get those two. There you go. All right, where's some glue? Oh dear. You can see the steam coming off of that, and as I said, I like mine at about 70 degrees. Anywhere from 50 to 80 seems to work. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just trying to get this so it's good for me. That'll do. I think that'll do that one. Or will it? No, I think we'll do that one. There you go. I'm making a mess. Terrible mess. But it's all good. Tell you what, if you've ever been working on a car or out in the garden or somewhere and your hands are just filthy, and if you've got any hide glue around, just paint it on your fingers or your hands, and it acts as the most wonderful soap. Just, and your hands feel gorgeous, all soft and silky they do when you take it off. I mean, don't have it too hot because it's a bit uncomfortable then. But there you go. I got to think. I'm not real good at doing and talking and thinking at one time. Something suffers, and 9 times out of 10 it's my thought processes. Okay. Now tomorrow, as I promised, I'm going to make a cabriole leg from scratch. I haven't found the material yet, but I'm bound to have some in the shed. And yeah, we might draw one and make the whole template and then cut the leg out. I don't think, in fact I'm pretty sure, I won't put the wings on it, only because my doweling machine is tucked behind the heap of other stuff at the moment and I don't want to get it out. I've got enough mess around the place. But you'll see how to make a cabriole leg from scratch, which I hope you enjoy. They're a great leg, I love them. And if we've got time, we might start on the dovetail box that I said I was going to do today. But then I went out and I came back. I'll admit it, I came back, I had to sleep. I did. I had a grandpa nap. Now I've just noticed something here, which I'm not going to tell you. I'll see how it looks. And we might do something else to this box as well. So there's no point in me showing you me doing everything perfect, because you're not going to learn anything. Well, you might, but it's not going to help you if something goes wrong. Try and get this one in there. Okay, that's plain ducks and drakes. So we'll put that in, tape it down. And I'm going to have to put a little bit of extra clamping on that for whatever reason it's not going right into the corner. Which is fine. This one's okay, huh? I don't know. Now, what's going on with that? Let me just have a look. No, that one's fine. Just that one was playing up a little bit. Okay. So now, whoops, put that on. I actually think I'll leave that. I was going to put the extra bits in here, but because I've got that clamp on there, I'm just going to leave that for a bit. But that's basically how it all goes, and we'll finish that off tomorrow. Plus, as I said, we'll do a cabriole leg. And what are we going to? Steve, have you used Type Bond glue? Yes, I have, but I really don't like it for furniture making. I much prefer hide glue. The reason I don't like it, I have a thing with any product that says the wood will give way before the glue does. It, to me anyway, it lends itself to bad practice because people then rely on the glue as a gap filler and also as a substitute for good joinery work. So it depends. Look, if I'm building a wall or something for outside or some DIY stuff, yeah, I'll use Type Bond 3, Type Bond 2, Type Bond 1, whatever. Or Gorilla Glue, what's the other stuff? Acrid here, any of those, Bondcrete. But for furniture making, no, don't particularly like it. And that's the reason being, it lends itself to bad woodworking habits. Much the same as my thoughts on other things that make woodworking safe and easy. It's taking away the discipline that you require to do good woodwork. So, hope that answered that question. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, well that's it. I'm going to say goodnight because it's 7:30, I told. Lovely Susie, I'll be back up there by 7. And I don't want to use all my points that I've scored up in one go. So I will be back here tomorrow, Australian time or Brisbane time at 9 o'clock, or whatever time that is for you, wherever you are, but it's Brisbane time, 9 o'clock. And we'll knock over a cabriole leg. We'll put the rest of the solid edging into this. And if we've got time, we'll get on and do what do you call it? A dovetail box with some dovetails in it. So until then, this is Steve. Thanks, lads. Thanks, Brian. All the best to you and anyone that's still awake. This is Steve pulling the shed door down and saying, remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself. Be kind to each other. Thanks to all the mods. Thanks for everyone that entered into the chat show. Thanks to all the new members that have come on board. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Notifications so you know when I'm streaming. And if you want to be a part of the Woodworking Masterclass channel and get extra videos and bits and pieces, hit the join button, and I look forward to having you all in the workbench. I'm tired it wasn't on bed, I want to go tired. I look forward to having you all in the workshop at the workbench again very, very soon. Till then, God bless, good night, see you later.